Well, hey guys, what's up? It's NihonTiger. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm in the astronaut complex, just checking out a couple of our new hires, so we'll bring a couple more on. You guys seem pretty smart. Will and NB, congratulations. Maybe one of you will fly this mission. You know what, maybe I will have you fly one of these missions, but I thought I would first kind of come back here, show you research and development real quick, because I can't remember if I've unlocked these already on camera or not, but I've gone ahead. We have the heavier rocketry. We have advanced electrics, and we did that so that we get our way here to electronics, which has our commutotron and a double C seismic accelerometer. So more science here. And we have advanced exploration, obviously. And I would like, if possible, to get us here. This is where the mainsail is, right over here. So once we get the heavier rocketry, we then have to kind of get to, I forget what this is called, but we have to basically advance to here. And I think I need either specialized control or specialized construction. I can't remember what I need to get to nuclear power as well. So one of these two I also need to unlock, and those require quite a bit of research each, so 160. So we're going to have to run some missions to get some science. Now, good news. I bring you good news. You might remember that... Oh, actually, I should show this off as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this real quick. I'm going to come here. And I've built this autosaved ship, which I didn't name, but this is kind of a planetary explorer. So we're going to call this the Cheetah 1, keeping with our cat theme. But this is basically, if I want to launch this somewhere on the planet, I can go ahead and do that. It gets me where I need to go pretty quickly. It also actually gets into space without much issue, so I can use it as kind of an orbiter if I need to. The idea, actually, believe it or not, is that this was supposed to be kind of a very early look into making a lander, something that could take off and land on the runway, or actually more or less take off on the kind of the rocket pad over here and then land on the runway over here. That's kind of the idea I was experimenting with, and obviously I didn't have the wheels, so I had to just see if I could get this to fly, see if it was stable. It's alright. I think I can do better, but it's a good start. So, we'll save that one. And we'll exit out. Head back to the launch pad. So, what we're going to do is the Wildcat III here. Jebediah is not going on this mission. We're going to send up... Bill's already been to space. Limbo, you may go on our mission today, but let me first load it, make sure everything loads in fine. Make sure everything's set up. Yep. So yeah, this is the Wildcat III, for those of you that forgot what it looked like. Let me fast forward a little bit here, so we can make it daytime. Still on the... Alright, so now it's morning. I love my morning launches. So, let's go ahead, quick save. And Lembo over here is going to find out something really cool. And that is that our Wildcat III not only gets us to the moon, we can get it to Minmus as well. So yeah, that's where we're going today. We're going to Minmus. Yeah, pretty much... If you watch Scott Manley, he basically has said in some of his videos that if you build something that can get to the moon, it can get to Minmus, and that's correct. I've tested this out. He actually advocates going to Minmus first because, obviously if you get to Minmus, you can get to the moon as well. And I did the opposite way. I went the hard way first. So now I'm going to go the easy way. It's all pretty similar to how we go to the moon, so there'll be some edits and some jumps here and there forward in time, but let me, before I forget, my stability needs to be turned on. And we're going to get going here in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. So, now we're off. Limbo is on his way to Minmus. And the good news is, since I tested this out, I can confirm that there will be plenty of fuel left in the rocket for both landing and returning. It won't be a situation like on the Mun where we might have a very small window to kind of maneuver in and out of. This will be relatively easy to do. So, crew report, already done all that stuff. Don't need to worry about it. I need to throttle up though, because those rockets are gonna stop working. The thrusters, lose a bit of speed here. And now we're still going all right. So I'm gonna start to begin our turn. I probably should put some more reaction wheels on this thing because it's taking forever to turn. And I was gonna try and do something here, but I figured I might do it instead. I should probably actually keep it with the I should be lining it up instead with the prograde marker there instead of fighting it like I was. I was kind of stupid. I burnt a little bit of fuel doing that. So I'm going to throttle down a little bit. Check our orbit. Make sure that we're doing okay. We're at 27. Slowly going up. We're not catching our Imperius. It's right about half power. So that's fine. And that's fine. I don't want it to be prograde now because I want it to keep pushing this up till we get about 50,000. I think would be satisfactory. Maybe I can tilt over a little bit more. Just that extra little push. Getting closer. Slow way down. Getting that little extra push. Alright, so I think we're good there, and go ahead and get our burn ready. A little bit much there in that. Don't quite need to go that far. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. That's fine. So the fuel's going to run out on this rocket just as I get to the periapsis here. So I'm going to want to burn early. So like right now. It's going to be a long burn too, so there we go. And I should not have had that like that. That could have been disastrous. But whatever. So keep this pointed up just a little bit just to make sure that we're going to be chasing our periapsis. Oh, a little bit more, a little bit more. There we go. Keep chasing that periapsis a little bit there. Give ourselves a little bit more time. That's fine. So I'm going to burn prograde here. I almost don't need to make this marker anymore. I just really need it more for the speed than the actual direction in which way to point it. Yeah, we're chasing our periapsis. Fuel's doing alright. We're at full blast. Now this isn't quite a perfect launch here. I could have done it a little bit smoother And now we're getting our periapsis out. And clear, need to clear 50,000, okay. That's fine. Excellent. Now, Minmus is a bit further out there. So I'm going to set that as our target. And it's also, if you notice, it's on an incline. So we do have to kind of adjust. Quick save as always. Good idea to quick save. So we're facing away from it, which means that we're going to probably intersect it at some point. Now we do need, but we're going to intersect at some point when it's swinging around back down this way, I would guess. So first things first, we need to get our curb and ample apsis all the way out to about 44,000, I think is the right. So right distance to be at. I just want to see if I can't get this positioned. So that's going to shoot me off into Kerbal orbit. Oh, I hate that. So let's just add a maneuver here. Go ahead and nope. Too much, too much, too much. Rotate that around. Where's it going to be? It's going to be there, so that's not going to be a good position either. We may have launched just at a bad time. I also want to see if I can't possibly adjust this a little better. Oh, there we go. We had an encounter. There we go. It's going to be a tight window, but I might be able to do that. How tight of a window is this going to be? Really tight. Really tight. Nope. Oh goodness, we only have like an hour. Wow, that's a really tight escape window. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Why not? How you doing, Limbo? Doing good, buddy? Good. Alright, so we're going to rotate ourselves around into the proper position. We're not too far away. We burn in 25 minutes. So position myself. I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead a little closer to when we have our burn. We have a lot of speed to pick up as well, so this is going to be very interesting. I hope we can do this. So I'll be right back. Wow, that's cool, isn't it? There's the Mun right over there, and the sun, Kerbal, and obviously there is Kerbin. But we're going to have to start burning now. We need about a minute, 53-second burn. So I'm going to hop over here. It's going to be a kind of a pinpoint precision burn. I hope this works. Otherwise I'm going to be doing this again. And you're going to be watching me do this again. Or I might just have to make a couple more orbits around Kerbin and then decide to do my Minmus burn. So I'm kind of going for a quick burn here, in hopes that if I do this right, I'll be able to make a very quick pass at Minmus. So slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Oh, oh, oh. Uh-oh, I didn't like that. That looked like a mooner encounter. Oh, nope. Okay. Whew. So yeah, I think that's pretty much spot on the line. Maybe just a little. Oh, yeah, there it was. There it was. I think that was it. Yeah, it's blinking. It's blinking. It's thinking. It's trying to change the orbit. Does not like that. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my, I think we've done it. And it's bugging the game out. So, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through time. And hopefully we'll have to make a slight correction here and there maybe. But you won't see that. We'll get into Minmus orbit. So I'll be right back. Well, I have some good news. Looks like we are going to meet in an hour of normal time. We would meet Minmus. So we did have that correct. We did have a good burn. Now, again, like the Mun, this is going to change, or the Moon, however you want to pronounce it. This is going to change once we get into Minmus's gravitational pull. It's going to change, and we're going to have to make some quick decisions, probably, since we have a very tight window. There's Gilly over there. Hi, Gilly. But we're going to have to make some quick decisions on how we want to change our orbit so we don't get slung out into the cosmos. So let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit here. And boop, there we go. Okay, slow down, slow down. Alright, so to do this best, what we need to do is we want this to be right around the periapsis. We want to make a burn. Be when we have our best ability to kind of slow ourselves down. There we go. And we'll go ahead and pull it in pretty tight. 154. We can do even better than that, I think. 78. 58. A little bit closer. 40. 32. That's good enough. I think 32 is good enough. And this is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be a pure retrograde burn. So we'll just have to... Oh, hold on. Let's autosave this first, since we're actually within the pull of Minmus right now. We're going to spin ourselves around. And what else we can do, since we're actually in Minmus's, basically its pull of gravity right now, is slow that down, slow that bad boy down. Alright, so let's go back to our ship view. And we have about an hour to burn, so there's Minmus. There it is. I told you we could do it. And we haven't even extinguished our full second stage yet. Be third stage? I don't know. It depends, I guess, how you count the staging. For some people, it would be the third stage, but for me, I kind of think of the boosters as just boosters in that first stage that we jettisoned off back in Kerbal orbit as the actual first stage. So, I believe if we do this, we'll do crew report high over Minmus. Let's transmit that data because we have tons of energy, tons of electricity saved up, and we're getting more right now. And Lembo, are you ready, buddy? Are you ready for this? Actually, can we do temperature reading as well? Nope, can't be done right now because we're still in space. Okay, let's get rid of that. And now I would like to kind of save these for when save this pod for when we land on Minmus. Both of these actually. But Lempster, you ready? Let's quick save again. And boosh. Okay, so UVA report to you. Transmit that data. Oh. Alright, so let's board. UVA report high in space over Minmus added, and we can now transmit the data. And there we go, 32 more science. Excellent, and then it folds up, and we're done. Now, the reason I want to save these for when we land on the planet is basically because you'll get a lot more science from doing it on Minmus than we would doing it above Minmus. And on top of that, we can always send out the probes to gather the non-observational data, which would be anything besides the crew report and the EVA report and the surface samples. We can do that at any time with either a modified version of the Wildcat III, which I'm working on, or we could do it with just another one of these launches. So I'm not too worried about that right now. And as you can see, we're doing quite alright on power, on fuel. We have still our whole stage here left, and that's got about, I think that's about 270 on the fuel. We won't need much to land on Minmus. It's kind of the exact same as landing on the Mun. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to fast forward time a little bit more, get a little closer to when we have to do our burn. In fact, we might even do our burn off camera. But when we come back, we should be in orbit around Minmus, preparing to make our landing descent. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here over Minmus. As you can see, I've got my orbit very tight around the planet now. So my apoapsis is actually now, my periapsis is now my apoapsis, so it's at 30,000 meters, and my periapsis is actually now all the way down to 15,000. So we're going to make a quick orbit around here, let the planet rotate a bit. But I think our target for landing is going to be these huge ice plains, which I've landed on before. It's where I landed in my test, and that's kind of going to be where we aim for. And as you notice, we still have quite a bit of liquid fuel left. We didn't have to take a whole lot of fuel burning to get into orbit, to change your orbit. It's all very small, very minuscule. So let's go ahead and kind of fast forward a little bit here. Get around the other side of the planet, get within. Let's see if we can. Can't log the temperature because it's too high up. There we go. Within Minmus. Good. So let's transmit that data. And we'll quick save again before we send Lembo out into the dangers of space, just in case he were to float away. So grab on. EVA reports. Let's keep that data. Get on board. Alright. And then we can transmit if we want to. We don't really need to transmit it. So we're over Minmus right now. And we want to make, at some point, a course correction. Can I rotate this? Actually, I want to rotate it. No. That's way too much. Might be best to do this on the other side of the planet then, if that's what's going to happen. So first off, let's try. We're going to have to slow down as well here. Whoop. So that's our big goal right now, is to first slow down enough that we can make this change. So we'll slow this down again. That's always the problem with Minmus, is that you have to like burn in a certain direction for a certain amount of time, and any movement you make gets amplified greatly. Okay, well, that's pretty close actually to what we want. Ooh, that's actually gonna be too close. Yeah, we'll do it like this. We'll pull this in a little bit more. We'll make this adjustment in a couple minutes here. And when we make this adjustment, it'll put us kind of more on the way we want to go. So that's really the big deal with doing this, is to just kind of align ourselves properly. I think here it is right there. So let's slow down rotation. Slow down, slow down. Pull to the left, slow on the right. I don't have any RCS on this ship. I still don't have RCS. I haven't had time to really mess around. For those of you that watch some of my other videos, you know, I was going to say, for those of you that watch some of my other videos, you know that I've been particularly busy right now with work stuff, so I haven't had too much time to mess around. And I don't really need a lot of RCS for getting to Minmus, landing on Minmus, all that fun stuff. So as always, we'll hit that F5 button to quick save. A lot of the guys who do this, play this game a lot, recommend that you do kind of quick save fairly often. And I can see why, so that way if you mess up, you don't have to go all the way back to Kerbal and start over again. So I'll just speed up time just a little bit. It's going to be a very short burn, maybe 4 or 5 seconds, if that much. As we get into position. So I want to start with about 10 seconds to prep ourselves. It's a 6-second burn. So, sick burn, 6 burn. Okay, so let's go ahead and fire this up full speed. Get that down. Alright, so I also wanted to go ahead and try and adjust that a little bit better because the planet is going to move as we rotate. So I'll show you real quick, but this is going to move a little bit, so we're going to have to adjust again at some point. It's going to rotate around, I think. Maybe it won't. Yeah, it's moving. I can see it moving. A little bit. I don't think it's tightly locked into Kerbal. But, we'll have to go. And that did make that a little bigger. So, this might be the time we actually try to make a bit of a landing. Can we do that? We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can make some adjustments as well. So that's a good spot to land, right there. Ish. I think that's good. And we'll have to make some adjustments because the planet will move as we're doing this. So we'll make some adjustments as we're descending. But we'll just shift this over a tiny little bit. We don't have a big burn to do. Oh, rotated the ship. Hit the wrong key there. So we don't have a whole lot to do here at this point. We're just kind of waiting our time. Hit the SAS. I know that sometimes if you toggle the SAS like that real quick, you don't always need to, but it helps it kind of reset. Because the game will occasionally think you're wobbling out of control and be like, oh, I gotta get you back to where you pressed it at. So let's go ahead again and fast forward a little bit here. It's going to be a very short burn. This might be like 1 or 2 seconds. And I'll show you how much. It'll give you a good idea of how much thrust is needed to change the orbit. It's not a whole lot. It's very, very small amounts. Will do the trick just fine. So like if I come down here at like 15 seconds and I just kind of do this, you can already see that it's barely throttled up. And it's making change. I think that's pretty close to where we want to be, which is down here. Oh, yeah, I do want to burn kind of going the other way now a little bit if I can, because that is a little shorter than I wanted. I kind of wanted it to be in that Fairly. Oh. So I also need to burn, I think, on this side. We'll rotate it over a little bit. Nope, that wasn't it. Well, shoot.